One element that virtually does wonder me is the fact that humans do not realize genuinely how embedded Ripple is globally. And it is not simply, we're no longer talking quite a good deal or proper. Well, yeah, Ripple does have a majority of these banks partnered up with them, and those banks are big, but you recognize, permits, be honest here, when is the application going to kick in? I need you guys to understand that, like everything that we have been searching beforehand to in phrases of like policies and what is, keeping us again, all of it sincerely is performed. It's profundly to be completed. It's, I propose, if we are thinking about the lawsuit, that's promptly to be simply dropped. A SAP 1-to-1 simply have been given repealed. We simply heard from the Fed that banks are allowed to now utilize crypto. I mean, take into account how crazy topics are getting proper now around the distance. Then we additionally get a entire timeline of whilst the USA is going to have a complete regulatory framework for crypto. I suppose now may be the excellent time to observe just how embedded Ripple simply is beyond the banks. Because what if I advised you that it changed into, in no way, pretty much, the banking partnerships? What if it changed into pretty much one, or perhaps best, a couple greater partnerships that Ripple did have and however does have nowadays for probably over, you apprehend, almost a decade now? What if the ones are the partnerships that surely do rely? Well, we are going to be speaking about it. So welcome to the channel, absolutely everyone. For those which might be new to the channel, absolutely with the aid of the stop of this video, you do turn out to be a subscriber. Okay, we still have to pull the sheet off. Let's talk now. See Taylor promise. And moreover, if you men have not already bypassed, take a look at Out Caleb and Brown. It's going to be the first hyperlink underneath the exchanges tab for the ones on hand that do want, you apprehend, get right of access to an exchange which you understand that you may consider within the US. This is for US buyers as well, completely regulated. One of the first rate exchanges to be had 24/7 customer services properly. Go and check them out if you have not already. Mess around with the alternate, see if you guys adore it. If you do not, it's really first rate, but if you do, hi there. Happy that will help you men discover them, but pass check them out, I'm telling you guys. You might not remorse it. I've been listening to superb things, approximately them. I've been trying out the platform. I very lots of like the platform as well. So in case you men do need to move, check them out. You guys are greater than welcome to circulate, take a look at it out as properly. The use of my link down within the description beneath. So with that being stated, permits, dive on in. Let's begin with this positioned upright right here from Smoke Dog. We have Ripple could be one of the first winners as a returned workplace blockchain solution. Ripple's positioning as one of the earliest winners in the crypto place may be visible through its integration into the lower back workplaces of economic structures, particularly in trade finance. Now, as soon as I pay interest to alternate finance, I without delay remember one player, XDC. XTC has moreover solidified a completely remarkable course into turning into one of the huge winners. Why? Well, due to the fact trade finance is, and this is documented, you men can pass and do research, exchange finance is and may be one of the first industries to be virtually revolutionized with the aid of digital currencies. Through digital, you understand, ledger technology as properly, it's going to be one of the first industries to head absolutely virtual. The first file states that blockchain's earliest wins will be felt inside the lower back offices of banks financing commercial transactions, consisting of international ones. This shows that blockchain technology will, first of all, make its mark through optimizing present monetary workflows in vicinity of converting them. The 2D file, in addition, strengthens this positioning with the aid of showcasing Ripple within Swift's respectable framework, wherein it is recognized as a decreased lower back workplace answer. Swift, highlighting Ripple's functionality to facilitate interbank, solidifies Ripple's position in streamlining again place of business operations without disrupting present-day infrastructure. The third file gives an extra unique mindset on how Ripple can beautify exchange finance, specifically through its capacity to put in force rate channelization, net clearing, and more granular answers within the change finance deliver chain. It's famous that Ripple may be leveraged as a blockchain solution for alternate finance, enhancing operational overall performance through using digital ledgers and open credit score networks. By connecting the one's three files, it becomes clean that Ripple's fee lies in its potential to optimize lower back office operations in worldwide change finance. Its integration with Swift similarly cements its role as a scalable, interoperable answer that would transform conventional monetary systems, particularly inside the early degrees of blockchain adoption. Within the banking region and proper, right here we definitely have in these files, exchange finance, blockchain's earliest wins will be felt inside the, again, workplaces of banks financing enterprise transactions, which consist of international ones. And I sincerely have accomplished my studies on alternate finance, and in this file that trade finance can be one of the first key industries to be completely revolutionized. But moreover, here we've got monetary institution, disintermediation, lower bank workplace. Ripple is one of the key players inside the back workplace area. With the help of the Ripple blockchain, interbank bills can certainly be made, and simplest Swift could make a good system of it. The head of banking markets branch at Swift. Because another time, the alternate of personal data should be as personal as possible, and that is from Swift themselves. And additionally, over proper right here, we've got, we are able to derivatize, price channelize, and internet clean the finance supply chain in more granular techniques with digital ledgers and open credit score networks. One concept is sincerely to implement Ripple for exchange finance. Again, while we reflect on consideration on what is taking place proper right here, things are simply converting spherical each single business enterprise. But what pretty some people do not apprehend is just how properly related Ripple is for the decreased lower back place of work issue of factors. For example, lately we noticed this huge declaration approximately how Ripple continues getting more potent with the aid of the day. They stated that the integration of RLUSD into its payment solutions is a key precedence due to the fact, once more, you recognize Ripple getting a whole lot of these key licenses, and you realize we're beginning to see the real network itself being surely a company tied into a number of those key markets. We keep to appearance growth, and regardless of the truth that that is amazing, proper, we're although searching at what Ripple is attempting to do right here. Well, we understand while you visit the Ripple.comnet website, you fall into this category of, all right, well, it is financial infrastructure, right? That's what the entirety on their website screams, that they may be a economic infrastructure. I suggest even right here, Ripple is the main issuer of virtual asset infrastructure for financial services. Okay, so we examine this and we are met with tokenization, first of all, which highlights the XRP ledger. Okay, well, we realize tokenization is turning into huge. We realize that this is largely tied to each miner get entry to out there, even which include change finance. However, then you definitely, moreover, have go border bills, institutional grade custody, and then you definitely, surely, also have the robust coin. So you basically have the whole lot under all one name, which we've got noted. This is infrastructure. This is infrastructure for the new monetary machine. Essentially, however, if we bypass return to that put up, right? How Ripple is going to be one of the first winners as a return workplace blockchain answer. What we bear in mind, infrastructure, I imply, how many human beings virtually look at the infrastructure layer of a few issue. With pretty lots, no person. They simply examine it. They are saying properly this is running. It in reality is operating. Pretty excellent generation, right? They do not know what they may be definitely the usage of. It's actually very similar to the net. Most humans do not know what generation is even jogging the net. So we have a look at the decrease again, office game enthusiasts that they may be already tapped in with. For an instance, Finastra going all the manner decrease lower back to 2019. This is a name that quite some human beings do no longer even know about. Finastra. If you've been not within the economic region, if you have been now not doing studies around crypto, you do no longer recognize about Finastra. Back in 2019, they inked a deal with Ripple to hold blockchain generation to Finastra's banking clients. They nonetheless have this deal. They're nevertheless working with Finastra. And when we've studied Finastra, we cross down the list.